Hi everyone, this is Paris Debono of the Fortune Teller Shop in Sydney, and I'm going to do another Baraja Tarot reading. This time I'm going to do it about Donald Trump and Kim Jong Un, and we're going to see how these two world leaders, how they get on in the future. Let's look into the next 6 months, and we'll see what's going to happen between these two leaders in the next 6 months. So what you do is you shuffle the cards. Now I've already shuffled them off camera, but I'm going to do them like this so people can see that I'm not somehow missing or rigging the cards. So I've shuffled them with two hands off camera, but because I'm holding a camera in one hand, I've only got one hand free. So what you do is you just shuffle them in any random way. Now for those people who ask how do you shuffle the cards, you shuffle them however you can. That's the answer. There's no magic involved in shuffling. It's always random. Okay, so what you do is once you feel ready with the shuffling, you then do the next step. So I'm just going to shuffle, and I'm just going to do one more. 1, 2, 3. So random. Okay. Right, now what you do with this deck is you flip it upright, and the first card gives an overall flavour to the reading. So this is a good card. This is the Ace of Coins. The Ace of Coins is an offer, and it's also money, and it's wealth. So between these two leaders, there may be incentives for wealth and opportunity, money, materials. This is a material card too. It's a coin. So it's like I'm offering you wealth and prosperity. The hand is offering it. Okay, so that's a good card for any sort of business and money type of question. Now we go back to the deck, and what we do is the first man card I'm going to make it into Donald Trump, and the second king, when I say man I mean king, the second king will be Kim. Okay, so what you do is you take out the cards out of the king has already come up, so this is Trump, and you take out a card before him and a card after him. Oops. Okay, so if we look at this already, it shows Trump is in a bit of a deadlock. This is like the card of limbo, wait, rest, no energy, low energy, flat. And then we have 5 of Cups, which is usually an upset. If we notice, 3 cups are upright and 2 are upside down. So there's some winnings and there's some losses. Okay, so we keep going. We go back to the deck, the rest of the deck. We put those up there, and we look for the next king. And we see what the next king has got, and the next king is going to be Kim. So let's see. There he is there. So what we do is we take Kim, and we take the card on either side of him. So we have here a page, and we have the 4 of Wands, and then you take the rest of the deck to the side. So what we've got is Kim, and we've got 4 of Wands. 4 of Wands can mean welcome in the Rider-Waite deck. It could also be a bit like slow moving and waiting to see what happens. Okay, 4 tends to be a slow moving number as well, so I've got to take that into account as well. Both of them have a number 4. So what you do now is you take all of the cards, the 6 cards, and we shuffle those. Now again, if I had 2 hands free, I would be able to shuffle in a normal way, but I don't, so I'm going to just shuffle in a weird, random way. And then I'm just, when I feel ready, I'm just going to flip the cards. Okay, so I hope you're all happy with my shuffling here. Alrighty, let's go. Oh, by the way, if you like this video, please press like so I know what kind of videos to make more of. Okay, what you do now is you flip the cards. So now we have Trump first. Okay, we have Trump first. The man with the money, man with the wealth, and we have the 4 of Swords, which is like a bit of a pause, a bit of a deadlock. Four of Swords, like I said before, often means no action, no energy, or a little bit dull. Okay, at least it's not a violent card. Okay, then we have Kim. So Kim is attentive and looking. He's very much engaged in what Donald's sort of saying and perhaps doing, but nothing much going on between them. It sort of looks like it's stalemate. Behind Kim we have disappointment. Okay, and then behind that we have communication. The page, by the way, could mean a child if it was about a family or relationship, but because it's about politics, this could mean messaging back and forward or messages. Okay, so it looks like messages are disappointing. Kim is waiting and looking at Trump. And then the last card is, it can be a card of patience as well and waiting. And that's kind of far off in the distance anyway, so it's not that relevant to this reading. What's relevant in this particular reading is the King. Kim is looking at Trump. Trump is also looking at Kim, but in between them they have a bit of a flat card, and there's an offer, an opportunity that's been offered. So probably Trump, I would imagine, has said to Kim, if you stop, your nuclear program, then we'll give you wealth and prosperity to your country. That is probably what this is talking about. It's saying that Trump, the coin, was offered. Kim is in limbo about it, thinking about it, very, very interested, but doesn't really look like he's going to make much action in the next 6 months. And we said 6 months at the beginning. So it shows Trump has offered, Kim is interested but not moving on that offer. Okay, so that is an example of how to do the Baraja Tarot cards by Paris Debono. Yeah, look, if I was doing a reading myself, I would probably pull out more cards and I would ask more information. But because I want to keep these videos kind of simple, because these are for people to learn, I don't really want to take out more. But what you can see is because these cards are behind Kim and he's looking away from them, they're not as relevant. This one's a little bit more relevant because it's next to him. These ones are less so because they're kind of off out of the way. If, for example, it was like this, I would have way more taken notice of these. But because they're behind Kim, they're not as strong. Now, if the cards ended up like this, I would think that these two men are not going to make any deal at all. Okay, and it would have left Trump in disappointment. Okay, that could happen, but what it shows is in the next 6 months, it still seems like Kim is engaged, at least interested, but lacks movement. If someone was going to ask me, will Kim make any progress, or Trump make any progress with this relationship, I would probably say no, because this one is not a progress card. This is a card of limbo and no action, no activity. So I think Trump has tempted or offered financial gain, but it doesn't look like it's going to really really happen soon. And this card is indicating that Kim is upset about something. Okay, so he's not happy. Like if the card was like this, if it was like a big money card, I'd say he's really wanting that money and wanting that wealth. But this looks like he's not happy with the deal, but it's behind him, so he may not be showing that. He's not showing that to Trump. What he's showing is, I'm going to wait and see. Okay? Alrighty. This is Paris Debono of the Fortune Teller Shop in Sydney.